Millions of species have been found to be alive and well on this planet, some of which are violent while others are cuddly, affectionate, and charming. We are only aware of a tiny portion of these 1 million species. However, of the ones we are aware of, there are a few that are absolutely wonderful and quite unique, with peculiar traits and behaviors that easily win them spots on many people's bucket lists of creatures to see. Let's look at some of the strangest animal species seen worldwide. A breed of chicken known as the Silkie is so called because of its unusually fluffy plumage, which is reported to feel like silk. In addition to these odd characteristics, the breed has 5 toes on each foot instead of the typical 4, blue earlobes, and black skin, flesh, and bones. They come in a variety of colors and are frequently displayed at poultry exhibitions. It doesn't fly and isn't really a lemur. Instead, it glidingly jumps through the treetops. It only lives in trees, moves about at night, and eats delicate plant components including young leaves, shoots, flowers, and fruits. Although the Sunda flying lemur is an adept climber, it is defenseless on the ground. It may be found in Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore, as well as the rest of Southeast Asia. The dhole is a kind of canid that is indigenous to South and Southeast Asia. It is also known as the Asiatic wild dog or the Indian wild dog. Dholes are extremely gregarious creatures that live in big clans that periodically break up into smaller packs to go hunting. It typically preys on medium-sized ungulates, which it chases and kills by disemboweling after exhausting them via protracted pursuits. Dhole groups are brave enough to fight huge, deadly creatures like wild boar, water buffalo, and even tigers despite their dread of humans. Large wild goats known as Markhor are found in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Kashmir, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. Less than 2,500 adult individuals make up the IUCN's endangered list for the species. Pakistan's national animal is the Markhor. Folklore holds that the Markhor has the power to kill and devour snakes. Snub-nosed monkeys, a genus of Old World monkeys, are among the fascinating primates and may be found across Asia. They received their name from the forward-facing short snout on their round face that resembles a stump. Their fur is rather long and multicolored, especially on the shoulders and backs. They also reach a length of 51 to 83 centimeters, with a tail that may reach 97 centimeters in length. East Asia is home to the raccoon dog, or tanuki, a canine species. It is the sole living species of the genus Nycterodes, making it one of the rare dogs. Although it is not closely related to the raccoon, it was given that name because of its likeness. They frequently climb trees because they are excellent climbers. The biggest canid in South America is the maned wolf. It appears to be a red fox that crossed with a deer to produce a cute, furry face and long, thin legs, but it is actually a different species of mammal. Throughout South America, this animal inhabits open and mostly open environments, particularly grasslands with sporadic plants and trees. The longest of the wild canids, the maned wolf's lengthy legs are perhaps an adaptation to the tall grasses that make up its natural habitat. The Waller's gazelle, or Gerenuk, is a long-necked species of antelope that inhabits areas with woody flora, particularly flat, dry thornbush and thickets. It stays away from wide spaces and extremely thick forests. Gerenuks, who originated in eastern Africa, have huge eyes and ears despite having a relatively tiny head compared to their body. The only animals with horns are males, who also have a stronger neck than females. The coats of both sexes are fiery brown with a whiter underside. Their slender, black-tipped tails are black. The family of tyrant flycatchers includes the Amazonian royal flycatcher, which is a passerine bird. Most of the Amazon basin's forests and woodlands include them. They are often found in low concentrations, but are nonetheless widely distributed and common, according to BirdLife International, who classifies them as being of least concern. Their length is around 6.5 inches, and they like darting out from trees to snag flying insects or remove them off leaves. The Ivory Coast and neighboring regions of Africa are home to the little antelope known as the zebra duiker. They have rust-colored cheeks, black markings on their upper legs, and coats that are either gold or reddish-brown with characteristic zebra-like stripes. They reach adulthood when they are 90 centimeters long, 45 centimeters tall, and 20 kilograms heavy. In males, their prong-like horns are around 4.5 centimeters long. In females, they are only half as length. They mostly consume leaves and fruit while living in lowland rainforests. One of the weirdest creatures in the entire planet. Our video is now over. Have any of these creatures ever appeared to you in the wild? Looking forward to your comments. Goodbye.